One life to live. Delilah returns home to Bo.
I'm okay. Well, listen, I have to tell you something. I have to tell you the truth.
The truth about Bo's baby. And on the edge of night,
I actually believed that you were in love with me.
Ian and Raven grow closer.
I cared for you. I really did.
One life to live, the edge of night, weekdays.
But do we really need the Mr. Big costume?
Al, sweetheart, you look terrific.
Can't we just tell him Mr. Big is soft and has 100 more sheets per roll than most leading brands?
But Al, people will remember this.
Can't we say 100 extra sheets? It's like getting an extra roll in every pack.
Al, trust me. Okay, take him up.
Up? What do you mean up?
Mr. Big bath tissue. It's like getting an extra roll in every pack.
A Wild and Crazy Guy, 7:30 tonight.
Maybe you don't need me to tell you this, but don't make any traveling plans for a while.
Don't worry, I had none in mind.
There may not be any charges against you now, but that could change.
Come in.
Chief, Devereaux, we have just posted 2 patrolmen outside for your protection.
As I said, they're not here just to watch over you. They're here to help you in case Cameron shows up in this house.
But I'm sure he will. Once he realizes he's been tricked, and once he realizes he doesn't have the phone book, it won't leave him much choice.
Right here, you insisted on showing me.
She's okay, Frank.
Am I okay?
Yes, of course. Why shouldn't I want to see my own wife?
Come on.
Oh, you must hate me a lot.
If only I could.
Excuse me, miss. It's raining and I wonder if you needed transportation. I have a limousine available between jobs and I won't charge you more than cab fare.
No, thank you. I'm expecting someone.
And someone is expecting you.
What are you?
Just go quietly, please, miss.
Excuse me. Camilla, what the hell are you doing? You know you can't.
The glass between the seats is bulletproof, and the doors in the back don't open from the inside, so don't even think of trying to get away.
The Edge of Night is brought to you by Ivory, for a pure, natural kind of clean. Lather up with Ivory. And by Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
1 BLT, 3 number 6 specials.
Got it.
1 number 4, 2 burgers on 1. Split 'em.
Jack.
2 coffees with legs.
On the way.
Al, try and get some in the cups, huh?
Uh-oh. Quick, Rosie. It's heading for my takeout orders.
Don't panic. Bounty'll head it off. Bounty's so fast it gets spills before they get away.
Wow, that was fast.
Bounty's the quicker picker-upper. Just flip your burgers and watch. Look how much faster Bounty soaks up liquid. The other towel pushes it along and lets it get away.
Bounty is faster.
Show him how strong it is, Rosie.
I'm way ahead of you, Betty. Park those burgers here, Al.
Hey, that's a heavy order. Bounty's really strong.
I'm faster than any other towel.
Yeah.
Only I had a waitress and a cook who worked half as fast. Bounty's the quicker picker-upper. Get spills before they get away.
My wife, Robin, works hard at staying in shape. What seems to come easy for her is great-looking skin.
That's why Robin's my #1 Ivory girl.
Healthy-looking skin doesn't just happen. You have to treat it right, and Ivory really helps. I've tried other soaps, but they can leave deodorants or heavy perfumes on you. Ivory cleans gently, naturally. Sure, I eat right and exercise, but when I look in the mirror, I think, Ivory, you're doing okay.
Healthy-looking skin. Ivory can help you have it, too.
Ivory, it's just part of me.
Ian, I just wanted you to understand why I did what I did.
Make it easy on yourself, Raven. I've already been briefed by your friend, Chief Mallory, and my friend, Sky.
But there's more than that. I wanted you to understand how I felt when Cameron made me do this awful thing.
Marrying me. A truly awful thing.
That's not what I meant. I don't know how to make you understand. I don't even know where to begin.
Oh, you don't have to. I've had a lesson in humility. Because you and Sky and all your friends turned out to be cleverer than I was. You see, I actually believed that you were in love with me.
Oh, Ian, don't. I cared for you. I really did. This whole thing was very hard for me. Because you are a very sensitive man, very gentle man. I couldn't possibly believe that you were this awful spy that they told me about. As a matter of fact, when you got shot, Sky and I had this big fight because I was so upset. I'm so sorry.
Don't upset yourself, Raven. We'll both learn to accept the truth.
Yeah, the truth is now the whole thing is over because Cameron has the phone book, not the CEA.
Aha. But you still don't understand the whole truth.
What do you mean?
I had a very interesting talk with your friend, Chief Mallory. Cameron doesn't have the phone book.
Are you serious?
The truth is, nobody has the phone book except the United States Intelligence Service. The only other copy has been erased. It's gone for good.
How?
By the touch of a button. A key that says erase.
Ian, did you do that?
You see, when Cameron came here with his threats, I had no choice but to give him the computer disk. In a way that left me with a choice, and I made it.
So you saved the phone book. You helped the CEA. You're a hero. And that means maybe they'll help you.
I'm touched that you care. Oh, excuse me. Hello.
Is this Mr. Ian Devereaux?
Yes. Who is this?
I just called to tell you I have your sister Camilla locked in the back of my car.
What was that?
She isn't lonely. She has a friend with her. I believe she called him Spencer. Tall man with blonde hair. Hair is a bit bloody at the moment. I was forced to knock him unconscious.
Raven, call an officer outside and make him trace this call immediately. Yes, I'm listening. What are you saying?
As I was saying, I have them both locked in the back of my car. They can't get out. They can't even open the window. You see, the doors are jammed tight. There's hardly enough air in there for one person, to say nothing of two.
Could you tell me why you have them in this uncomfortable place?
They won't suffer long. You see, I plan to kill them both in half an hour, unless you do exactly as I say.
What is that?
You are to deliver a certain article to me. A certain computer disk. I believe you know the one I'm talking about.
When its contents have been verified, they will be released unharmed. Have I made that clear?
Put the trace on. Keep talking.
Now, wait a minute. How do I know that you're not bluffing? How do I know that you really have my sister?
I think you know we don't bluff, Mr. Devereaux. Now, here are your instructions.
Now, look, the least you could do is to give me a description.
I know you think you can have this call traced, but it's a public telephone, and I'm leaving just as soon as I give you your instructions. Now, here's what I want you to do.
Now, you listen to me. I do not have a copy of that disc. You can tell your friend Cameron that there is no longer any copy of the phone book. I wiped it off the disc when I made the printout for him. Now, you can tell him that.
I hope you're bluffing now, Mr. Devereaux. Because I hate killing people.
So no one wants dessert?
Not for me, thank you.
No, not for me. I gotta go. I have something to do.
Jody, look, before you go, why don't we tell Nicole the truth about your relationship with your Disco Don wife?
What do you mean, there's something I don't know about?
You don't know about the reason for it.
No,
Jody,
don't.
Look, she's been playing detective again.
What?
That's how she got involved with him the first time, remember? She thought he might have been the guy who beat up Barbara. Now she thinks he might be the guy who killed Nora.
Jody, where on earth did you get such a wild idea?
Because it's not that wild. Look, I knew that Preacher was being blackmailed by Nora for Barbara's beating, even though he wasn't guilty.
And blackmail, the logic goes, is a very good motive for murder.
I can't. So that's why you... Oh, dear, I don't know whether to laugh or cry.
Well, I don't think it's going to be a laughing matter if Preacher knows what she's doing.
Well, I know one thing you're not going to do.
What?
You're not going to be seeing Mr. Saturday Night Fever anymore, either Saturday or Sunday or any other day.
This is just terrific. Now you're both giving me orders.
Look, I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to do it to help me, but I have the right to refuse that favor. Besides, if he was in any way involved, if he was a suspect, the police would have already investigated him.
I've told the police all about it. They think it's pointless.
So when are you going to stop this foolishness, Jody?
I'm not. Now, if you'll excuse me.
What is this? You have a heavy date somewhere?
As a matter of fact, I'm meeting Gavin. He wanted to say goodbye before he left for New York. He's leaving right after the trial. So, excuse me.
When did you find out about that?
It was Dee Dee who suggested the idea.
Do you suppose that's her only motive for seeing?
Well, hello, everybody.
Hello, Calvin.
Calvin!
A little wet.
Good heavens.
Yeah. I just passed Jody on her way out. She didn't look very happy.
Well, we were having a little discussion about her private investigation.
Oh, that. Yeah.
Wait a minute. Calvin, why don't you sit down for a minute?
Okay, sure.
What's your opinion about that?
Well, to be perfectly honest, I think she's a little bit nuts. I mean, things like investigations should be left to the police. But, look, I don't think you two have anything really to worry about. I mean, there's not going to be anything really there to investigate.
The fact remains, though, that you haven't questioned Preacher about Nora directly yet, have you?
No, but I mean, I did talk to her. Miles, there's just such a thin thread there to try and tie Preacher to Nora's murder.
Calvin, couldn't you investigate him and finish this once and for all so that Jody won't have to go on seeing him?
Look, I know you two have a lot on your minds. Don't worry about Jody anymore. I'll take care of it. I will talk to Mr. Preacher Emerson officially.
Get tacos like you like them from Old El Paso.
Finish them off with El Paso taco sauce with sun-ripened tomatoes, zesty green chilies, and flavorful spices. So chunky, so tasty.
Get tacos like you like them, and you like them, and you like them.
Get tacos like this from Old El Paso, where the taco sauces are good and chunky.
Like I like them. Get tacos like you like them from Old El Paso.
Use sandpaper to clean your bathtub? Ridiculous. Yet, if you're cleaning with scouring powder, you're probably using the same harsh, scratchy abrasives found in this sandpaper, and that can be rough on your tub. That's why Soft Scrub is better. It's a liquid cleanser that cleans like a scouring powder, but because it has milder abrasives, it doesn't scratch like one. Soft Scrub cleans even tough soap scum like this, but leaves no sandy grit. Try Soft Scrub. Cleans like a scouring powder, but doesn't scratch like one.
Jody, hi. Thanks for coming to meet me. I didn't think you'd make it with all this rain.
No, it's all right. What's the matter? You didn't want to be seen with me in public? Maybe Camilla might get mad?
I thought you'd prefer this, too. We, used to meet here, remember?
Yeah, I remember.
Can we sit down? Sorry, it's a little wet.
Would you like to get under this umbrella?
Oh, thanks. Jody, Cliff told me something that worried and confused me at the same time.
What?
It's about Preacher.
You know, it seems that lately I can't go anywhere without someone mentioning something about Preacher.
Well, I only have one thing to say about him. I know why you're seeing him.
Good, it's unanimous.
Cliff told me all about your crazy game you play.
No, you're supposed to say it's a dangerous game. I'm sure that's what Cliff said.
Maybe it is. Maybe it's just silly. But I don't know about that. All I know is I was glad to hear it.
Well, that's a switch. You approve?
No. I'm just glad to know that there's more than just the obvious reason that you fell for the guy.
Well, I don't know why that would worry you unless you were jealous or something.
I'm human, Jody. That's why I wanted to tell you. Glad that Preacher isn't any more to you than that.
Okay, if that's all you have to say.
Well, no, there is one more thing. About my trip to New York.
This is the part where we say goodbye, huh?
I changed my mind.
You did?
I'm not going to New York. I'm staying right here.
Well, why? I mean, what happened? Did Camilla decide not to go with you?
No, it has nothing to do with Camilla. It's a decision I made all by myself, for myself. I guess part of it was hearing the truth about you and Preacher.
Well, I don't see what difference that would make.
None to you, I guess. But it means something to me. Anyway, I'm not going. And if Camilla still wants to go to New York, she has to do it without me. Now, there is one more thing. I know Miles and Nicole have probably talked to you about this. But I wouldn't feel right unless I told you that I agree with them. I think you should stay away from Preacher. I think it's a dangerous, dangerous game.
Well, Preacher.
Well, look who's back. Hey, man, you better check your watch. You're a little early for the fun tonight.
No, Preacher. To the contrary, I'm right on time and not for fun. You see, this visit is official.
I can't find my sweater.
Don't forget to brush.
Dad, I'm tired of Mom working.
Come on, she hasn't stopped looking after you. Right down to this. Mom even makes sure we have advanced formula crest with Fluorostat.
Why?
Gives even more protection than the crest we grew up on. She wants you to get even fewer cavities than we did. And to find your own sweater.
Time to grow up, huh?
With Crest, your kids could have even fewer cavities than you did. Scope presents The Way It Was.
Mother, mouthwash tastes like medicine. Well, if it didn't, it wouldn't work.
Margaret believed it. Today, she still does.
Honey, try Minty Scope. Tastes good.
Then doesn't fight bad breath.
Scope works. Don't let the good taste fool you. Try it.
Minty.
Fresh breath that lasts.
My mother will never believe it.
Scope works. Don't let the good taste fool you.
For many of the discomforts that trouble your stomach,
Indigestion.
there's one thing to remember for relief. Pepto-Bismol.
Upset stomach.
Pepto-Bismol.
Diarrhea.
Pepto-Bismol. It coats, soothes, relieves. For all these stomach discomforts, there's one thing to remember for relief. Pepto-Bismol.
Look, Preacher, you don't want to talk to me here. That's up to you. I mean, we can always do it downtown.
Hey, don't run any numbers with me, man. I'm not going downtown with you unless you give me an invitation, an invite.
Now, you mean like a warrant? Well, you're not under arrest yet, but with any luck, maybe soon.
Are you crazy, huh? What's the charge this time? Let me guess. Maybe I'm serving a minor. Maybe I'm staying open too late. Maybe my sign is blinking.
How about something a lot
bright,
more serious than that? Why don't you try homicide?
Say what? You heard me.
Murder 1.
Whoa, man, did you just say... Wait a minute. I'll bet you a C note to your badge. You're talking about that Nora Fulton case, right?
On the nose, pal.
Well, she finally made her move, didn't she?
She who?
Hey, don't who me. What are you, an owl or something? Jody. Huh? She decided she played with me long enough. Now she's gonna pin the tail on the donkey.
Jody has nothing to do with this.
Hey, don't mess with my mind, man. I know why she was...
Look, just forget Jody, all right? I'm talking to you about Nora Fulton's strangulation. Now, I happen to know that she was trying to pin a tail on you, too, that had to do with that attack on Barbara Montgomery.
Yeah, well, I should have learned my lesson when Jody tried to set me up to take the fall for her brother-in-law. No, but I'm too stupid. I thought she was for real, that she liked me.
Look, I know you had a motive for wanting Nora dead. What I want to know from you is, do you have an alibi to go along with it?
Yeah, well, you can take a message back to sweet little Jody.
Look, man, I asked you a question.
And I'm asking you, can you prove it?
You really want to do this the hard way, don't you?
Come on, man. Come on. I don't like jewelry. Take your cuffs off, all right? You said you want to keep it simple, all right? I got a number for you.
Number?
Right here. Here.
And what number is this?
The girl I was with that night. I remember it real well.
And I'm supposed to call up and she's gonna corroborate your story, is that it?
Go ahead.
Now, how do I know this isn't just some prearranged alibi, man?
Just make the phone call and you know...
No, I want to hear it from you!
Look, don't tell anybody what I'm gonna tell you. I got a reputation, all right? I went over and saw this little girl and she threw me out on the street in the middle of the night and all the neighbors were watching.
Preacher, are you giving this to me straight?
Yes, she lives on Post Road. It's 10 miles from the studio, and I couldn't have got over there on a space shuttle. All right?
Yeah, well, let me check this out, man. Don't you worry.
Well, do me a favor, all right? Next time you see sweet little Jody, you tell her preacher said take a long walk off a short pier, and don't come over here looking for anything free, because she's not going to find it. Tell her I said that, all right?
Tell her yourself.
I'm just telling you what I saw, Chief. I realized I don't make a very good witness, but I didn't realize there'd be something to be witnessed to.
Yeah, well, from what you saw, it was a kidnapping.
Yeah, but why would someone want to kidnap someone like Camilla Devereaux?
Fortunately, I happen to know why somebody would want to do that. That's why I asked you down here.
Would you like to let me in on it? Chief, I might be able to help.
You said you think you got a glimpse of the man behind the wheel, huh?
Yeah, a quick one.
Is that him?
I know this guy. I remember him from my car in Nancy.
Is that him?
No, it wasn't him.
Yes? You're kidding so fast. Where? What route? 311? Yeah? All right, keep me posted.
What happened?
Trooper spotted a black limousine going like a bat out of hell on 311 towards the Monticello Bridge. Says there were 2 people in the car that fit the description. He's following him now.
Well, that's good. If they're on a bridge, they can't get away.
Yeah, maybe.
Chief, what's happening? Are you sure it's going to go?
I think so, yeah. Yes. Yeah? Okay.
What happened?
The driver of the limousine started a fire on the trooper that was chasing the car. The trooper naturally returned the fire. Limousine spun around, hit the guardrail. The guardrail didn't hold, and the car went off the bridge.
A barbecue. Come on. Fantastic chicken. Incredible ribs.
Well, he puts Lee and Perrin's Worcestershire in his barbecue sauce. Lee and Perrin's is the real one, the original Worcestershire sauce.
And look, new Lee and Perrin's English pub mustard. It's coarse ground. It's hearty. Oh, wow, it's positively smashing.
Worcestershire sauce and new English pub mustard. For the wow you only get from Lee and Perrin's.
What's that frosty mug sensation? Well, it's...
Rich, creamy,
Smooth.
refreshing.
Frosty.
Chug-a-lug, very, very frosty. Hey.
And W. Glug.
Glug, glug.
Delicious. Good time.
Well, American.
Out of this world. For sure.
So that's the Frosty Mug sensation. No?
I know.
I know.
I know.
A&W, that Frosty Mug sensation.
Celebrate General Hospital's 20th anniversary and watch a week of great memories. Who could forget these favorites? Luke and Laura's wedding, Scorpio and Tiffany on the Island of Mystery, favorite villains, vintage footage of Steve and Jesse, a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Don't miss it all next week.
Yeah, I know that part of the channel. We'll have to send a diver down. Chief, will you please? Look, I'll have to come down to the scene myself as soon as I finish up with somebody here. If there's any change, you let me know. Okay. It doesn't look good.
Is Camilla...
Your sister, Spencer Varney, anybody else who was in that car? Car sank like a stone. It's at the bottom of the river now.
Spencer. Golda! Spencer, talk to me. Spencer! Thank God you're alive. Spencer, I owe you my life. There's no way I could have gotten out of that car. I don't know how you did it.
No, my briefcase.
What?
My briefcase. Where is it? I know I had it. Where's the briefcase?
Your briefcase is still in the...
Ah!
Oh, thank God we can still be in that car. I don't understand, Spencer. How in God's name did you get us out of that car?
I don't know, Camilla. I don't know. The locks must have been electronic.
What?
The water must have short-circuited them. I don't know.
I know one thing for sure. The driver didn't get out. He's got to be dead by now. Spencer, let's go for help. Come on, let's find the police.
The police?
Yes, we got to tell somebody. Don't you realize? They think we're down there. They think we're dead.
That's right, Camilla. That's right.
What's the matter? I'm going to call for help. Those police can hear us. Help!
Oh. Camilla! Camilla! Listen to me. Listen. It's better if they think we are dead.
You might not think I have to watch my weight. Ah, but I do. So I always try to get as much flavor for my calories as I can. Now there's a super way. Lean Cuisine from Stouffer's, a company that really knows how to make food taste good. Their Lean Cuisine entrees are full of the flavor a dieter needs to succeed, yet each is less than 300 calories. Now when you watch your weight, do it deliciously with Lean Cuisine from Stouffer's.
If I take some Heinz ketchup at the start of your meal and put it right here, and put this other well-known brand right here, something amazing happens before you're half through. See? The competition ran. And Heinz is thicker. Here's where the thickness pays off. Taste. Because on a hamburger or anything else, Heinz is the best-tasting ketchup.
So pour on the Heinz, America's thickest, best-tasting ketchup.
This is David Hartman. Next week, all the news. Also, Mark Hamill, a salute to Jimmy Stewart and Jillian, plus an update on the U.S. Football League. And we'll meet the popular singing group Air Supply on Good Morning America.
Tonight, Felix and Oscar are back when the new Odd Couple returns. Then Valentine comes up with a new maneuver to keep the Colonel's war games from shooting down Baker's date with Lola on At Ease. After, the laughs get bigger and bigger as she gets smaller and smaller. Lily Tomlin stars as the incredible shrinking woman on the ABC Friday night movie.
Tonight on ABC's World News Tonight, a volcanic nightmare threatens thousands in Sicily. In a state of emergency, scientists prepare to battle nature with untested new methods. Can their revolutionary efforts defuse nature's time bomb? Watch ABC's World News Tonight with David Brinkley.
When we created Le Tigre for men, we created more than great sportswear. We just may have created a monster.
afternoon, I'm Ernie Anastas, and coming up today at 5 o'clock, we'll have a $1 million jewel heist. We'll tell you that story in Midtown Manhattan, a live report, and this.
To see you, to touch you, to imagine this will be the moment when a dream comes true.
There are moments that lead far beyond romance, moments beyond fantasy, intimate moments. An exciting new series of novels from Silhouette Books.
From moment to moment.
Make a Silhouette intimate moment yours.
Sunday, see a condor ride a bucking bull and an electric performance on Ripley's Believe It or Not. And from the world's strongest man to a parachuting cyclist and a roller skater that goes oh so low, David Frost presents the all-new 4th International Guinness Book of World Records. Then, Leslie Ann Down and Burt Reynolds, 2 thieves in love and on the run.
You with the Acme Robbery Company?
It's the biggest diamond heist of the century, Rough Cut.
Sunday.
Mr. Rifkin will have his sandwich now.
When you make a sandwich with buttock meats, be careful. Lean, economical buttock meat tastes so good, it's hard not to nibble.
Your bread, sir.
Buttock, it's not your ordinary sandwich meat.
Put your eye on Vegas, where Lady Luck is king. Play some high-lie and learn to swing. And indoor high-flying, you don't need a wing. Eye on LA, tonight at 7:30 on 7.
The City by the Bay, this week at 11.